The metaverse is officially a game changer. Though it's in its infancy, it's clear that the metaverse will radically change how we interact online, how brands advertise, how fast crypto is adopted, and any number of other facets of life. Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Animations, the channel where we explain to our viewers the different types of cryptocurrencies and everything new investors should know. In today's video, we will talk about the metaverse and its relation to crypto and Internet 3.0. So be sure to be attentive because you clearly don't want to miss out on an amazing opportunity to win a giveaway of a $25 crypto coin of your choice. Also, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. Now, with the intro out of the way, let's get into our topic for today. Recently, the terms metaverse, crypto, and Web3 have been used interchangeably. While they both point to a vision of a better future internet, it's crucial the two concepts not be conflated or become a source of division around ideologies of how we want to continue building the internet. The metaverse, which comes from a 1992 sci-fi novel Snow Crash, and is more of a vision than a concrete reality. Many people imagine it to be a 3D immersive world that is synchronous, persistent, and unlimited in concurrent users. It is a digitally native place where we will spend most of our time working, learning, playing, entertaining. Annie Zhang is the host of the Hello Metaverse podcast, where she explores the cultural and societal implications of its developments. She has been building next-generation social products at various consumer companies. The metaverse feels vague and speculative because it hasn't really taken form yet. While some technologists want to anchor the vision along the lines of Meta's Ready Player One keynote presentation, the reality is the metaverse will require everyone's input and participation to take form. The current version of the World Wide Web, or Web 2.0, is characterized by social media platforms, allowing more outstanding user-generated content. This is a far cry from Web 1.0, which was static and non-interactive, an entirely top-down approach to information dissemination. 5 big tech companies, namely Twitter, Facebook, which is now Meta, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, control how the data will be used and where it will be stored and processed. Their algorithms decide the information we consume, which has left alarm bells ringing. Web 3, on the other hand, is a far more specific paradigm that provides clear solutions to particular shortcomings of the Web 2 internet. It reacts to the walled garden ecosystems that platforms like Facebook and YouTube created, which caused people to have their data extracted, privacy breached. The ability to control the content they create is oppressed. Web 3 subverts that model because it directly addresses ownership and control issues. As the name implies, there have been 2 versions of internet computing, progressively adding more and more internet services that open up new digital doorways. Web 1.0 was the initial phase of the World Wide Web that showcased information, but it was limited in ability and didn't offer many ways to monetize content. Web 2.0 enhanced its predecessor by sorting information on websites, allowing information freely to flow from site owner to user, and introducing tools for users to generate content. Many people are now calling for a new generation of the web that will tackle internet flaws that the latest generation is pointing out. Web 3.0 is being promoted heavily because content creators are outraged that only a few large corporations own most of the websites and want a way to take power back. News feeds are riddled with narratives that large social media entities like Twitter reap all the rewards from content generation. Technocrats are calling for a new edition of the web built on the blockchain, which would hopefully make content creators owners of their content and allow them to monetize it accordingly. Rather than a company receiving royalties off of content, Web 3.0 would allot each content creator a token on the blockchain every time a user accessed their content, which would accrue tangible monetary value. Despite tons of hype and many investors becoming rich off of crypto, there's no telling when the blockchain will embed itself that deep into technology. There's been slow adoption across industries as governing bodies figure out the best way to regulate the blockchain. As a result, content creators might be waiting quite some time until they receive blockchain tokens on Web 3.0. However, that doesn't mean that it won't happen or that Web 3.0 won't encompass some other method of decentralizing content. By building on the blockchain, data is open, distributed, and collectively owned by peer-to-peer networks. As a result, users own their data, and peer-to-peer transactions can bypass mediators, and data lives on the blockchain as a public good that anyone can contribute to and monetize. While Web3 is a powerful tool to transform how we can manage data, governance, and exchange money, the slowness of clearing blockchain transactions limits the settings and use cases in which it makes sense to be applied. Although a purely decentralized internet model sounds enticing, there is impracticality to it. While it could be argued that Web3 is a critical building block for the metaverse, it is only one component of a greater sum. By acknowledging that Web3 and decentralization are simply a building block for the metaverse, it opens up opportunities for other contributors rather than antagonizing them. When Meta announced its heavily AR/VR-centric metaverse vision, there was an outcry that big tech would dominate the metaverse and therefore force platforms to operate as a closed ecosystem once again. People missed that the innovation and focus Meta was pushing for was mainly on hardware and a 3D user consumption and input interface that, quite frankly, does not exist today. Facebook is trying to solve the immersion problem, and it's an important one. Many of us have spent the last 2 years on Zoom and have become worn out. How will we feel about wearing a VR headset all day? If we anticipate spending more and more time in the virtual world enjoyably, we need virtual interfaces that are more immersive, natural, and expressive. Meta's developments in AR/VR and motion sensing technologies do not undermine the work of Web3 and decentralization. The best-case scenario is that people start building Web3 applications within the emergent 3D form factors of AR/VR and holographic projections. Another sensationalized option is that Web3 will make Web2 obsolete. Again, it's hard to imagine such a reality. Despite certain shortcomings of Web2, many products operate more effectively without using the blockchain. Platforms like Discord or Twitch help people communicate and broadcast at scale and in real time. Companies like Uber and DoorDash effectively queue up demand and match it with supply. Like it or not, centralization works. OpenSea, currently the largest NFT marketplace, is fundamentally a centralized marketplace that facilitates transactions on the blockchain. Coinbase is another example of a centralized exchange that enables transactions of cryptocurrencies. In both cases, these intermediaries take service fees on transactions just like any other Web2 marketplace. While these hybrid products do not align perfectly with the decentralization ideology, they are critical bridging products that help greater Web3 elements by appealing to the mainstream. Similarly, Snap Stories was a popular teen product but struggled with adoption with older users. Meta's adoption of Stories helped it become a mainstream product for all demographics. Web 3.0 is said to hopefully comprise other noteworthy features, like infusing AI into internet processing that replicates how humans distinguish information. Web 3.0 may potentially validate information quickly and serve it up faster to users. The new internet version may also play nicely with the new metaverse that's being promoted by tech giants like Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, and Google. Web 3.0 may allow 3D designs of websites and integrate IoT devices into its periphery. Regardless of tech evangelists shouting in every corner of the internet about Web 3.0, the proposed new internet version has some opponents who chalk the whole thing up to vaporware. There isn't any tangible evidence to support anything about Web 3.0, as there's currently no beta in the works, only a bunch of brainstorming and investments taking place to get a Web 3.0 project off the ground. Still, it isn't hard to stay a believer, as people scoffed at the idea of the internet when Web 1.0 was being introduced. There's still plenty of reason to be hopeful that the world will turn into a content utopia that pays users fairly one day. Well guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on the metaverse? Let us know in the comments section down below. If you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any new future videos, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification under this video so that you're notified the next time we upload a video on the latest cryptocurrency news. Thanks for watching, we hope you have a great day today, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.